Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. I want to talk a little bit about long-term care and the challenge, if I could, as a follow-on to the conversation we just had about long-term care. I think this is one of the biggest issues that we're going to have as a society. And, we've talked about lots of issues on this show, whether it be climate change or inflation, debt and deficit, clearly the affordability crisis right now, et cetera. And we could go on for a while. But long-term care is something that I think we have known about for a while, this demographic impact of the baby boom getting older, and that as we just talked about, the number of seniors that are going to be in need of long-term care in the next couple of years is going to double from 2.5 million people to 4.5 million people. It's a huge impact. Some people have described it on my show as the coming tsunami of older people. And why? Number one, baby boom, the sizable population demographic. Number two, we are living longer than we had in the past. Number three, we just don't have the healthcare, long-term care, institutional care assets to take care of these people. And the vast majority of people, I am told over and over again, and I see it myself personally, want to live at home if they possibly can, as long as they possibly can. And we don't have that kind of system of personal care workers, of support, of family, of whatever it takes to make that possible. And then I think compounding all of this is this, terrible existence of dementia and Alzheimer's that is growing. And I think it's growing in percentage because as we cure other problems that usually people die of, whether it be cancer or healthcare or heart issues or whatnot, we end up living longer and becoming susceptible to dementia or Alzheimer's. I don't think there's any way that we're going to be able to build enough seniors' homes, long-term care homes, institutional solutions to deal with this problem. We can't double or triple the number of current buildings that we have in the next 5-10 years. And it probably doesn't make economic sense to, because we may not need those again in the next generation as the baby boom goes away and the next generation, which is a smaller demographic, come into their senior years. And I don't think it's the best way to live out your final years, to house people, to deal with long-term care issues. Home care is the only solution. And we need a government that is going to plan for it, that is going to fund it, that is going to train for it, that is going to bring in the personnel from immigration and qualify them as personal care workers, as nurses, et cetera. And it needs our cities, our towns, to adapt such that we have smaller homes, that you can build smaller homes, that you can have laneway homes, that you can have nanny suites, that the parks are closer, that they have washrooms, that they have park benches, that we have a community that's conducive to elderly people living at home. And I think it's critical, because otherwise we're going to have a coming tsunami, a huge problem of a whole bunch of elderly people that don't have adequate care, can't afford their care, can't afford to be in an institution, end up living in inappropriate housing, not being able to afford it, and being a big problem for them, most importantly, but then also, as we just talked about, when they have a problem, going to emergency rooms, filling up hospital beds that aren't available for people that have got other healthcare issues. This is something that we've known for a long time is coming, and we haven't prepared for it. One of the statistics that I hate is that a couple of years ago, there were 5 people employed for every one person that was a senior. The statistic supposedly in the next couple of years is going to be 2 people employed for every person that's a senior. How are we going to fund this from a tax revenue standpoint? How are we going to fund it from a healthcare, from a long-term care, from a pension standpoint are all big concerns that we need to have as we've got this demographic aging population that is going to, as some have described, be a coming tsunami. We've got this coming tsunami. Let's get prepared for it. And government's got to get their act together. Anyway, thanks for listening tonight. That's my show. I remind you, I'm on every Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock on 960 AM. You can stream me online at www.saga960am.ca. All my podcasts and videos are available on my website, briancrombie.com. And I post all my videos on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Please, if you get a chance, join up for my YouTube channel. It'll really help me. Appreciate it. Thanks.